I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. What the fuck do you mean?
February 1st, we're going in there. Break your fucking mouth.
That's it, guys.
So we are midway through fight week. We got David Benavidez versus David Morrell going down this Saturday. I don't know if you guys have kept up with the press conferences, the media workout, the interviews, and everything else in between, right? It seems like it's very personal between these two fighters, right? So this is just, we're going to get nothing but entertainment. We're going to get nothing but an explosive and a firework fight. And if it's something about David Morrell and David Benavidez, we can always count on either a stoppage, we can count on a knockout, or we can count on play just simply nothing but entertainment from round 1 to round 12. I'm actually excited. I'm more excited that this fight is going down at 175 than it is at 168. As you guys all know, they've been on each other's radar for some time now, especially at 168. The same exact way David Benavidez has been calling out Canelo Alvarez is the same exact way David Morrell has been calling out David Benavidez.
After the fight, say, okay, I'm the boogeyman. Everybody know, nobody want to fight me. So say, bro, what do you say down here?
David Morrell looking for a big performance here tonight.
3 fights to go in Vegas with the co-event Tank Ryan.
A first-round knockout for David Morrell Jr.
Que ellos estaban en la arena.
I want to fight the best of the division. I want to fight Benavidez, man. What's going to be?
Lo llamé y no salieron.
Hey, baby, you're the next. What is it?
Fue, peleé con Abego en Minnesota.
A second-round demolition for David Morrell.
Benavidez out here, bitch.
No, David Benavidez is kind of just, this guy's always calling me out every chance he gets. I mean, the best just pretty much wants to fight the best. So David Benavidez can't really be too mad at that. Like I said, the same exact way he's been calling, the same exact way David Benavidez has been calling out Canelo Alvarez is the same exact way David Morrell has been calling out David Benavidez. And I am picking David Benavidez to win this fight, and this is my reason and my personal opinion. And let me know who you guys are rooting for in this fight. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen down in the comments below. But David Morrell hasn't really got the exposure and the opportunities that David Benavidez had got at 168. The resumes don't even come close to the type of competition that David Benavidez has had versus the competition that David Morrell has. I'm not saying that David Benavidez is going to go in there and just absolutely destroy him, especially with the type of momentum and how many punches he throws. He smothers you. He doesn't let you breathe. He doesn't even let you try to come up with a second game plan before David Benavidez is damn near trying to knock you out or trying to get you out of there, especially for how big David Benavidez is and how much punches he throws. It is absolutely incredible. I love his style. He brings nothing but entertainment to the fights, but this is exactly why David Benavidez is fighting David Morrell, because he knows David Morrell is a real threat.
Me, I understand that I want to make my own path, and I got to beat the best, and no matter who it may be. So David Morrell, he's considered the best at light heavyweight, but I'm just a Mexican monster, and I'm gonna show exactly what I'm made of this Saturday. And like I said, you know, this is a real beef. I'm going in there to break David Morrell's mouth. He had a lot to say about me, so he has to live up to everything he said about me.
Even though he doesn't have the resume and the opportunities that David Benavidez had got at 168, does not mean that he's not a threat. And when they both moved up, obviously there were some questions. They did both have somewhat of a rocky performance when they first entered the 175-pound division. But, I mean, that's to, I guess, be expected or somewhat expected when you move up to a new division and you're fighting bigger fighters. You're adjusting to this weight class. But I think this is exactly the weight class where they belong, and this is the weight class where exactly this fight needs to happen. Like, I am picking David Benavidez to win this fight just because of his experience. He has the better resume. Like I said, David Morrell really did not get to shine at 168 like David Benavidez did, but that does not mean he's not a threat to David Benavidez, right? Maybe overall, I kind of feel like David Morrell is definitely the more powerful fighter, but as far as the type of punches and how many punches and how many combinations David Benavidez puts together, and he smothers you, he doesn't let you breathe, especially when he smells blood. He's definitely going for the knockout. He's definitely going for the stoppage. I do believe that this fight is going to be very competitive. It's going to be very close, a lot closer than what a lot of people are thinking. I have seen a lot of comments and I've seen a lot of interviews of other people covering this fight, and they think David Benavidez is going to go in there and absolutely just destroy David Morrell. But I have seen other people saying, you know what, this is a 50-50 fight. This is a 60-40 fight. This is a 55-45 fight. So I have seen a lot of different opinions, and I think this is going to be a huge firefight. This is definitely going to live up to the hype. We're going to get nothing but entertainment. This is a great fight, and this is going to be great names for each other's resume, depending on who wins and who loses, right? But regardless, I think we're both seeing that David Benavidez wants to fight the best. Obviously, he said he wants to fight for undisputed if he does beat David Morrell. But we can't count David Morrell out just because he doesn't have the resume and the opportunity and opponents that David Benavidez has. And it's just experience, right? It's just, obviously we've seen David Benavidez fight the better competition. So we know what David Benavidez does bring to the table. But just because we haven't seen David Morrell fight that type of competition doesn't mean he's not ready for that type of competition. Obviously, David Morrell is a threat. Otherwise, why would David Benavidez want to fight David Morrell in the first place? So let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I think this is going to be a very close competitive fight. I am giving about 2 rounds that David Benavidez is going to win this fight. But I'm not seeing a knockout happen. I'm not seeing a stoppage happen. Like I said, very competitive. I think the amount of punches in this fight, the technicality on David Morrell's side, I think this fight is going to be very competitive. I think both fighters are going to maybe have to switch up their game plan just depending on what David Morrell brings to the table and what he wants to do about maneuvering around the ring compared to what David Benavidez wants to do, right? Obviously, David Benavidez, he wants to pressure, he wants to get as much combinations out as he can, he wants to knock you out, or he wants to get you out of there, and I believe David Morrell is going to be well prepared for that, and this is going to be a very competitive fight. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.